Hello and welcome to the Caravan and Motorhome Club's online virtual club week, where I'm going to be talking to friends and colleagues to find out everything you'll need to know about touring this year and next. Let's get technical. Before we head back out on the road, it's time for a brush up. We need to have a look at our machines. We need to have a look at ourselves. So let's do that with Matt Morgan, who is the events executive, and Martin Spencer, who is the technical manager at the club. Hello, gents. How you doing?
Hi, Matt. Nice to see you.
Hiya, Matt.
I have to say, Martin, your lockdown haircut is luxuriant. Matt,
You should have seen it Saturday.
Oh, really? This is post-cut, is it?
This has been trimmed.
Oh, right. Let's have a look at Matt's haircut. Matt, say something.
I mean, it's not really a haircut. It's just, short hair, standard.
Do you know what? I'd give anything to have hair that was as easy as that. Look at that. That is awesome.
I mean, clippers, Matt. Just to go for it. Just embrace it.
Is that right? Right. Clippers. I shall put an order in.
Just get some clippers. Just do it.
Okay, listen, we're not here to talk haircuts. We're here to talk about, well, a number of things, technical matters and training courses, really. And we're going to start with you, Matt, if that's all right. I want to talk about training courses and just know who they're for. Is it for caravanners, for motorhome owners, or for campervanners like me?
Like absolutely anyone. We've courses that will suit the beginner caravanner or someone that's driven a motorhome for the first time, or even campervanners. Come and join us. Absolutely everybody is welcome.
Okay, talk me through the different courses that you run right now.
So we have three different types of club courses. We have our practical caravan course, which is designed for those new to manoeuvring a caravan or caravanning as a whole. Our caravan manoeuvring course is for those with a bit more experience that just want to get out and have a little bit of a practice. Attendees to both of these courses bring their own vehicle. As long as they've got a tow bar attached, they can then use our training caravans to practice all of those manoeuvres. Anyone on the motorhome or campervanner side with our motorhome and campervanning course, which attendees come along with their own outfit, whether that's campervan, motorhome or other, and practice manoeuvring that vehicle in a nice, safe environment, because they can sometimes be a lot larger than your normal family vehicle. We also have our B+E training courses. Now, anyone who passed their driving test from the 1st of January 1997 will actually need to train and take a test to legally tow a maximum combined weight of over 3,500 kilos. It is a very complicated issue that we're facing in the world at the moment. But you can find out more from the website or call one of our technical team who can help with the driving license categories that allow you to permit to tow.
It's the sort of thing you really need to know before you're buying an outfit or looking at different outfits, isn't it? The great thing about these courses is that they happen in a safe space, as the kids call it these days, a controlled environment, the training centres. Tell me a bit more about the training centres.
So, as you say, a nice safe space. We have 14 training centres across England, Scotland and Wales that do our club courses, just to give people that out of the way, comfortable feeling. And new for 2021, we've actually got 3 new venues joining our list of 14, which is fantastic. Always on the hunt for more to try and get people locally, really.
That's interesting. And that means more people to run the courses, presumably. Where do you go looking for these kind of Jedi masters of the caravan?
Well, a lot of them are qualified instructors. In fact, all of them are qualified instructors. A lot actually are then also enthusiasts. So we do hear of people that are keen to do it, or B+E training centres that are willing to also take on the caravan courses and the motorhome and campervan courses with us. It's fantastic.
Okay, if I want to book a course, how do I go about it, Matt?
Yeah, nice and easy, Matt. We like to keep things simple. Get on the website at cmc.com/courses and look for the course that you want. Hopefully there'll be one available near you and at a time suitable. Get out there.
And you throw in a free haircut when it's permissible under COVID restrictions, right?
When it's permissible, yeah. With 2 meter distance, it's quite difficult to give someone a haircut without all the PPE, of course.
Tell me, what sort of feedback do you get from people who've done these? Do you ever hear back from them and let you know how they got on?
Yeah, we like to hear back from people both during the course and afterwards. I mean, we get feedback all the time. A gentleman that did a practical caravan course in Wrexham, he in 2020 said that it was clear and expert support by the instructor. And a lady who did the motorhome manoeuvring course over in Wiltshire, she said, very happy to have completed. As a complete novice, I feel much more confident. And that is the key for us. Confidence out on the roads alongside safety. Absolutely perfect.
Matt, thank you so much. I'm going to turn to you now, Martin. It's really interesting what Matt was saying there about the B+E side of things. It's this sort of issue where I would imagine the technical advice service that the club offers really comes into play.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's one of those things that if you're a new caravanner or you're reaching one of those thresholds where these kind of limits change, you really only have to deal with that issue once. And it's an unfamiliar topic to you. To our team of technical advisors, it's their bread and butter. They're dealing with these issues every day. So they really know them inside out and they can immediately give you the advice that you need.
Okay, let's talk about the advice service, just back to basics really. How do I find it? What kind of advice can you guys offer?
You can contact the advice service Monday to Friday or by phone, email, web chat through our website. The details are all on the website. If you're a club member, they're on your membership card. The phone number to call is on the back of the card. They're in the site's directory and handbook. Any way you can contact us, you'll get through to the same team of trained individuals who really know such a broad range of advice topics. And if they don't know the answer, they know where to go and get the answers from, which sometimes involves them phoning me up. It's overwhelmingly a member service, but we're more than happy to talk to anybody on it. And actually, I would really encourage anybody who is maybe taking up this activity for the first time, not a club member, doesn't matter, pick up the phone, drop us an email. We're really there to help all of you just get started in the right kind of way, get you up that learning curve a little bit quicker, keep you safe, and maximize the enjoyment you're going to get out of the first phase of your caravanning or motorhoming activity.
It's really interesting you say that. Friends of mine a couple of years ago were keen to get involved and didn't know where to start. They thought they had to sign up for membership before they could contact and start asking around. And that kind of openness is really what the club's all about, isn't it?
It really is. It's one of this service is one of those things that really is built on the ethos of us being a club. We're there to help you. It's not a service we charge for. It's not a service that we really restrict who can use it. And if you need 20-30 minutes on the phone, that's what you get. Sometimes people have very complex issues that they need to go through. We're not there to get rid of you after 30 seconds.
What are your greatest hits, would you say, Martin? What are the things that people ask about the most?
There's a handful of topics that are incredibly common, and then there's an enormously long tail of the most bizarre and diverse and obscure things. The really common ones, though, really are around choice of leisure vehicle. That might be a choice between a campervan and a motorhome, or a motorhome and a caravan, or it might be the more specific choice of which car should I tow this caravan with, what kind of motorhome is going to suit the particular needs that I have for what I want to do with it. So there's an awful lot there around vehicle choice. Driving licenses, as you've already mentioned with Matt, those kind of topics where we have that in-depth knowledge and we can advise on very readily, but they're unfamiliar to other people. Those sort of things are also very, very common. Beyond that, well, where can we start? It really is such a broad range of things that we can help you with.
I tell you the one that I'm thinking about a lot at the moment, and that is just about a choice of vehicle. It feels like at the moment we're caught between about 2 or 3 different paths we can take, whether we wait for electric, whether we go hybrid, if those are available. You know, what do we do with our diesels, which, you know, are going to be banned in 2030? You know, what's your perspective on those kind of choices at the moment?
I think, firstly, to say this is not an issue that we weren't anticipating. We've known that this change is coming. What we didn't really know was exactly when. And for a long, long while, it seemed to be a little bit over the horizon, shall we say. The 2030 date, it's only a ban on the sale of new petrol and diesel vehicles. Any existing vehicles we can carry on using. That is undoubtedly a very, very challenging target. But the positive I would take from it is that it's put a stake in the ground that we can now work around. And that, by we, I mean the club, the membership, but also the industry, whether it's the motor industry in terms of tow cars, whether it's the caravan and motorhome industry. And it's really enabled everybody now to focus on saying, okay, for each individual sector, what do we have to do? I'm relatively comfortable about the mainstream car market. I think when you're looking at specific tow cars, particularly those capable of towing larger caravans and also other kinds of trailer, horse boxes, car transporting trailers, those kind of heavier trailers, then I think it's more of a challenge. There are already vehicles just about coming to market that can cope with those. They haven't yet achieved an equivalent range performance, obviously, but it's coming. In the next few years, I think we'll see a lot of development there. But I think what we see probably is fewer models of car capable of towing those larger caravans and larger trailers, but they will be there. Campervans, as you've got, I think will probably follow cars a few years behind. The smaller campervan end of the market, the technology is very similar to cars. The real big challenge, I think, is the larger motorhomes, those which are based on a sort of 3.5-ton van or chassis cab. That's going to be a challenging sector. Still talking to people about how we think that might work out.
I strolled into my garage the other day, Martin, and I was very aware that, you know, when that moment comes to get back out on the road again, there are a few jobs that I will need to do. For people like me, what are the top 3 things, the top 3 jobs I need to address before I get back behind the wheel again?
I think realistically, for a huge number of people, you haven't been very far recently. That's partly because we've just been through winter and Christmas and what have you, a time when you're probably not doing the longest journeys anyway. But lockdown, of course, has compounded that. If you've got a car that's primarily a tow car, it probably hasn't been that far. If you've got a motorhome, it probably hasn't been that far. If you've got a campervan, maybe you've had it out for the odd day trip, but there won't have been too many opportunities. So what you're looking at now probably is thinking about the first significantly longer trip that you've done for maybe some months. And the key thing there is obviously routine maintenance and annual servicing if that's due. Now, in terms of motor vehicles, particularly, service agents should be open now. Not all of them are, but most of them are. In terms of caravan servicing, it's a little bit more patchy. A lot of the service workshops that are based at retail dealerships are closed because the retail dealerships are closed. A lot of those mobile service agents who will come out and service a van at your storage compound or on your own driveway are still operating, and they can operate in a socially distanced way perfectly safely. So I think the first thing I would say is check whether you need your vehicle servicing. If you do, find out whether your preferred local service agents are currently operating or not. Get those vehicles booked in, and if you can get them serviced in the next few weeks, then you'll be ready to go as soon as the gates are opened and we're all allowed back out again. Beyond that, if you can get at your caravan and motorhome, do some spring cleaning, check everything's working that you'd normally expect, the battery's charged, that the water pump's working, that get the water system sterilized. Really, really important issue, particularly right now. Everybody thinks that a badly sterilized water system will cause you an upset stomach. It won't. It will cause you a respiratory illness, and it will have all the same symptoms initially as COVID has. That you really do not want to be having those symptoms at the moment and thinking that's what you've got. So get those water systems sterilized. And then really going back to almost what Matt was saying, think about your driving skills. If the furthest you've been is down the road to the local supermarket for a little while, then going out on a longer trip with a larger vehicle or vehicle combination is going to feel a little bit unfamiliar again. So plan your journeys well, think about what you're doing, take it steady. Even those first few yards out off the driveway or out of the storage compound, just take it really easy until you're familiar again with the dimensions and handling characteristics of that vehicle.
Martin, it's always enlightening talking to you. I shall be, this very afternoon, I'm going to be breaking out the sterilising tablets and giving myself a thorough flush through. It sounds like very good advice indeed. Thank you so much to you, and thank you to Matt. And I hope to catch up with you soon to see how your haircuts are coming along a bit later on.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Matt. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys.